Okay, so I was asked to do a picture of a character someone designed with fire. Now, I'm not really good at drawing fire, but I wanted to come up with something simple and easy to do, and this is what I developed. Now, I have a bit of a trouble remembering what I did whenever I come up with something new. When I was doing this, I had to I tried to look up tutorials and I couldn't really find any halfway decent ones. So, to help me remember, I'm creating this one. If anybody else gets it, enjoys it, that's awesome. Alright, to start out with, I'm using Photoshop Elements. I'm just going through showing you basically the settings that I use. I use a standard airbrush looking, any size you want. Went to about 30% opacity or 50%, whatever you're comfortable with. Chose a airbrush style and made sure the size, the opacity, and the roundness was checked so it would kind of point off whenever I let off pressure. By the way, I'm using a Wacom bamboo pen. I started out with a basic red color, kind of a dark, and just eased into it. Just creating whatever. Light pressure, going into harder pressure, and just going crazy with it. Fire is a bit chaotic, and just kind of go with kind of S shapes, C shapes, whatever you want to do. Just don't cover up all the black. Don't cover up your background. Allow some darkness to get through if you use a dark background. I just went through creating the basic letters. I'm not really good at any type of letters or graffiti art for that matter. And just randomly put that in. And I went back, filled in a bit, created a background, and I know it looks like crap right now. In fact, without all that filling, it kind of looks cool in my opinion. I could probably do a lot more with that, but I wanted to create something more flammable. So I'm creating a basic red background, not killing all the darkness in the back, and went straight to orange. Doing the same thing, just only highlighting, not killing all the red, and allowing it to just find itself. Easy as pie. Takes a little bit of practice, a little bit of fun with it. Just keep going until you're happy with it. Do a little bit of highlight here and there, and same as what you do with the orange, the yellow, and the white. The orange usually is just kind of more sparse than that, but I kind of like it like this. I went to the yellow, adding a little bit of highlights here and there. As the fire goes down toward the base, it usually goes into lighter colors sometimes. This is just one method. I would love to be able to learn more. Just kept creating, adding more. Try not to kill all the orange or the red. And just a few highlights here and there. And add some white at the base of it to try not to do too much and kind of highlight it. I decided it wasn't quite orange enough. I went through the settings, blurring and enhancing, trying to get to where I'm a little happy with it. Ended up essentially sticking with it. When I tried lens flares to see if it helped look. I tried the lighting effects. Just wasn't too happy. Something was missing. And I realized it wasn't quite orange enough. Well, that problem is pretty simple. Added a little bit of background, hoping that would help me with that. Blurred it out. Kept. Eventually, I'd end up blurring, but here I just added a new layer, dropped some orange, and turned it to a soft white, and that kind of helped me out a bit. I was a little more happy with that. I'm just sitting here studying it. Did a little more blurring. You don't really have to. It's just something I was trying out. Merged it in, add some lighting effects, blurred it a bit, did a little more highlights, and I used the smudge tool to kind of make it look a bit more chaotic and not drawn out. Again, not trying to kill all the red, the black, or any highlights, just adding to it. A lens flare could help, but not in this setting. I just went with basic lighting effects and went with that. Hope you enjoy. Hope if you got any tips, tricks, or anything like that, let me know.